Good morning, friends. Happy Friday. Today I am going to be filming, actually not just today, the whole weekend. So instead of doing a day in the life because we have a couple things going on, I figured I would just film bits and pieces throughout the weekend. It's Matt's birthday weekend, so I have a bunch of little stuff to do and relaxing. You can see this mountain of boxes behind me. I'm doing something a little different with Amazon. So I was, for the longest time, well, since forever, I would just, look around, want something from Amazon, put it in my cart. Sometimes I'd look at it later. Sometimes we'd like, oh, I think this would be a good toy for Paul, and I just boom, instinct buy it. So I'm trying to do a couple things here. I am now doing my Amazon order once a month. I'm hoping this cuts back on, number one, impulse buying, because it sits in my cart for a month and I have to really think, do I need this, do I not need this? Hopefully it reduces the amount of money I'm spending, the amount of boxes coming to the house that Matt is doing, like, he jokes that the garage is now shipping and receiving. And I'm also hoping that it makes my credit card a little easier to reconcile. If you buy a lot of things on Amazon like I do, you know that it's a nightmare. They bill you when it ships, which makes total sense. So if you do like a $100 order with 5 things and they ship in 5 different boxes, instead of that one charge hitting your credit card, it hits 5 different times. Drives me insane when I'm reconciling. I don't know if anybody even still reconciles credit cards. I always do. I've never found an issue, but I keep doing it. So anyway, I'm trying to make my life a little simpler, and this also includes birthday presents for Matt. I'm gonna go ahead and open everything up, show you what I got. I want to wrap Matt's presents. I need to get this out where Paul can play with it. I printed out just a freebie that says, "Happy birthday, Dad." We're gonna do this instead of a card. I have dot paint things or crayons and see if Paul wants to color this for me. I brought it out yesterday and he was like, yeah, I want nothing to do with that. So hopefully he does something on that today. Matt wanted a lemon cake, so I made lemon curd yesterday, and I'm going to make the cake today, Friday, put the layers in the fridge probably, and then make the icing and ice it tomorrow. Matt wanted cinnamon rolls, but I'm actually out of milk, so I can't make them. So we're just gonna make something else. I'll make cinnamon rolls later. And speaking of being out of milk, I need to go to the farm this weekend and get eggs. I usually get eggs like 10 dozen at a time. I know, I need chickens. We need chickens badly. But we go to a farm, it's about 15 minutes away. They have pasture grass-fed chickens, so I always get my eggs from them, and they also have local Virginia grass-fed milk. And they put they put a thing on Facebook saying they over-ordered milk, so it was significantly reduced in price, which could be either really good or bad. Really good because it's on sale, essentially, but bad because people will get it before I can. I'm hoping they have some milk. If not, we'll just rock almond milk till I go to the grocery store, which I probably will go next weekend. I try to go to the grocery store like once a month. I want to go to the farm this weekend. It's supposed to be rainy tomorrow. I'd love to drop by the library. We'll see if that actually happens. I have a lot of clothes I want to drop off as a donation. For dinner on Matt's birthday, which is Sunday, he wanted grilled steaks, easy. He wanted grilled scallops, also easy. I just put them on a cast iron on the grill. I don't know what sides we're doing. I don't know what we're doing for breakfast Sunday. I haven't figured that out. But I do want to wrap this in this tall box here. I don't even think I'm going to open it. I think I'm going to leave it like that. It is an electric weed whacker. Matt, now, we don't use the Husqvarna to finish or to mow the lawn anymore. We use the Kubota BX. We just got a mower deck for it this spring, so Matt was saying how he eventually would love to get away from the gas motor things because electric is just, they've come a really long way with electric power tools. We have the gas powered chainsaws, but he also has an electric power chainsaw that he really likes, and he's been talking about this electric powered weed whacker for some time. He was gonna wait till his weed whacker dies. Matt is insanely hard to buy stuff for, so I got him that weed whacker, and I was so afraid it was gonna come yesterday when we went to the farm to get our CSA veggies that we didn't go to the farm. We're really late, and then I got a notice from Amazon that it was being delayed and did deliver today. It was just this whole big fiasco. So I wanna get that wrapped so Matt has no idea what it is. It doesn't look like a weed whacker to me, so I don't think I'll have any idea what it is. But anyway, like I was saying, Matt wants to get rid of as many of the small gas motors as possible or gas engines, because now he just basically uses the tractor, which runs on diesel, and he doesn't have to get gas for the lawnmower anymore. So I'm acting like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't. He wanted the dang weed whacker, so I got it. I also got him 2 coffee things. Matt is surprisingly really into coffee. He brews our coffee. We get Black Rifle coffee subscription. I don't really know much about it. Matt does it. But that's where we got our tea kettle that he really likes, and our coffee grinder, I don't know, he bought it, he doesn't like it. I found one that's a manual crank one that he seems to like, so I got him that, and then I got him, I'm sure it has a fancy name, I'll show it to you in a second. It's one of those glass coffee things that you put the grinds in top and you pour just hot water in, and it's like a carafe kind of thing. Not a French press. I guess it's like a drip coffee thing. I don't know. Let me open all this stuff and I'll show you everything I got for, let's call this, I'm ordering it on the 1st of the month. So this is July's Amazon buys that I got. It's all very random. I did take it out of the box. So here is the weed whacker that I got for Matt by the brand Works. It actually, I can totally wrap this. So we're gonna wrap it like this. And then this is for me, this is a new Cedar mop. This is what it looks like. So I have one of these and the spray nozzle broke. I'm pretty sure it's me. I'm very aggressive and fast when I do things. It basically was not spraying a mist. It was just spraying like a jet stream, and it just wasn't working. So this actually was only $20. So I got a new one. So I need to build that later. I'm trying to hide the stuff that I got for Paul here. So back here is a replacement. I mean, can you see what that says? I'm not gonna say it. You can see it. We were very devastated this week. We lost this guy, which is like the most important one. I have no idea where he is. No idea. We looked, there was a lot of tears. So I got him replacement. These ones he already has, but I'm going to hide these in case these also disappear. And then these were new ones. I know this one is Chick Hicks. I think that one's Dynaco. So I'll give those to him later. He doesn't need those now. He's fine. Speaking of the little munchkin, I also have been struggling with him and bath time. So I got him these bath Calorie drops. They're non-toxic, fragrance-free, all that good stuff. And they're little drops that you put in the bath and they change the bath color water. So these are also for bath time. These are bath bombs, and there's no picture of them, but they're egg-shaped and there's a little dinosaur inside them. I'm trying anything I can do to get him in the bath. If you have tips, please let me know. Like blood-curdling, screaming, fighting me on baths. I also got him this toy that suction cups and it, you know, whatever. It was highly rated on Amazon. I'm trying to get him, like I said, to take baths. This also is just one of these things. He doesn't have any of these, the poppers. I'm not going to give this to him. I think we're just going to put this in toy rotation, which I actually just did last night. So I'll rotate this in. We've been to, our chiropractor has one of these and he seemed really interested. This was very inexpensive. And I thought this was a great toy for the car too. So I got him that. And oh, a couple more for Paul. I wanted these. And I was hoping that Love Every would send them, and I think they do have an eyedropper, but they didn't have this many. And there's so many like water table things that I've seen online with baking soda and vinegar, and I really just, these looked perfect. And Paul will really like that. So I'd love to do one of those this weekend, and it's a set of 6, and it has a nice little stand. What are they called? Giant eyedroppers. But I did check Love Every first, and I didn't see any giant eyedroppers, so I went ahead and got those. I always check first because sometimes I feel like I'm ahead of the game with the toys they send. I got Paul some new toothbrush replacements because his is just gnarly looking, even though he fights me on this as well. This one's my favorite. I don't know if it'll zoom in, but it does such a good, like, I wish they had this in adult size. They probably do. But like, it just hugs their teeth when you brush their teeth, so it works really well. And then there's a suction cup on the bottom, so I put it on the sink to drain. So those are all for Paul. The only thing I got for Tilly were these bibs. They're 100% cotton muslin, and they are like bandana kind of style. And there's 3 of them in here. There was like this green, pink, and purple because she is drooling like a champ. I think we have teeth coming in. This is the only thing for me. So I am 4 months postpartum, and I still have bladder incontinence issues. I'm sick of using the liners. They stink. So this is Postpartum Incontinence Reusable underwear. I like the pads and stuff that are reusable. I just like them better than disposable for many, many, many reasons. But this is, you don't use a liner, you just wear this. So I got to try these out. I think there's like 6 or 7 pairs in here. I'll have to look on how you wash them. I'm guessing they do not go in the dryer if I had to take a wild guess. So I got those for me. Oh no, I got something else for me. I got for my almond milk, instead of just using a mason jar lid, I got these pop top mason jar, like you can drink out of them. I'm gonna use it for almond milk and maybe tea or something. So I got these lids and they should be wide mouth. They are, flip lids. Okay, so here's Matt's present. Here is this is the one he picked out. The ceramic coffee mill. So it's just a grinder for coffee and it's a manual grinder. And then I don't know if you can see it in the bubble wrap. I'll show it again Sunday. But this is the coffee thing I was talking about. It's glass. I don't want to take it out of the bubble wrap because I'm going to put it right in a bag. and you put your coffee on here, pour water over it, and it's got like this cork thing you can hold, and then the coffee's down here. The only thing, it's just like a French press, is you have to drink it right away. Obviously, it's not going to stay warm. It's, you know, just in a glass thing, which is not a problem in this house. I also got a birthday card for my niece. I need to run to Target and get her a gift card. Her birthday's in like 2 weeks. And then, oh, I forgot this. So this is a reusable tray for my cookie sheets. I'm sick of using plastic wrap, and I wanted something a little more environmentally friendly instead of plastic wrap. So I got this for just all sorts of purchases. This has been on my list for months. So here's everything for my July Amazon. Paul's having a blast with the boxes, so there's that. Okay, so Paul is going to make our card for us, and then I was upstairs cleaning Tilly's room and I found one of these Amazon gift bags. So I don't know if I'll be able to fit both the coffee mill or not in here. I'm a gift bag person. I hate wrapping things. I am gonna wrap his weed whacker because I can't really hide that anywhere in the house. Like if I put it in the back of my minivan, I know Matt's gonna go in there for something. I can't put it in my office because Matt's always trekking in there for something. I have nowhere to put it, so I have to wrap it. So we're gonna wrap that. I'm gonna try to put this for his other 2 presents, and I'll just put that in my office. I might have to grab another gift bag. And then let's put all this away. And also what I did this weekend, in another video I showed you, I tried to make sourdough hot dog rolls and it totally failed. I've been rereading and rereading and rereading the recipe, and I figured out where I went wrong. So I mixed all the ingredients in the KitchenAid, and then I put it directly in the fridge. I'm supposed to actually let it sit on the counter for 8 hours. I skipped that step by accident. So we're making hamburger rolls because we're gonna have hamburgers tomorrow. And I have the sourdough starter, flour, water, butter, egg, everything. I mixed it for 10 minutes in the stand mixer, so it's sitting there for 8 hours, and then I'm gonna put it in the fridge. So hopefully I will not screw this up. So let's wrap Matt's presents to get those out of the way. I'm gonna get rid of these boxes, and then it's probably lunchtime for Paul, even though he hasn't even eaten his breakfast. That's the way it goes. But I should actually see if he wants to color. Let's do that. Let's see how this goes. So I just fed Tilly, and she is in her swing. She has not napped yet. I want to get the cakes going in the oven before I take Paul upstairs. It's almost 1 o'clock. I need to eat something too. I think I'm just gonna have a hard-boiled egg while I'm doing this, and I'll have like a light salad in a little bit. This morning I did make pancakes in my cast iron with smokes, and like an hour after I was done making pancakes, the smoke detectors went off upstairs. Not like down here in the kitchen, like upstairs at the top of the stairs, and not like beeping, like going off until he was still sleeping. So I ran upstairs and I used like a towel and like flung it around. I don't see any smoke or anything. Now, flash forward to, still haven't used the oven for anything. Tilly I was feeding her, so I couldn't run upstairs, and the fire alarm starts going off upstairs. It went off for about a minute and then went off. Again, it's not beeping. I don't know what is wrong with it. And I just checked upstairs. Nothing is like on fire. It also is a carbon monoxide one, which is kind of scary. I emailed Matt and told him that the alarm is going off, so I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, it's close to nap time. I want to get the cake batter mixing because it's loud. I use my Vitamix because I'm lazy and it's just easy. So I throw everything in the Vitamix, blend it for a couple minutes, put it in the cake pans, boom, done. Speaking of, let me get my oven on. So the oven's on. The only key to using the Vitamix is I just layer it. So I'm gonna put all my wet ingredients, including sugar, on the bottom, and then I put the flour on top, and I just blitz it for like a minute or so, and then you get to pour it right in your cake pans. So freaking easy. So I'm going to do that. It's just, I mean, this is the yellow cake I make all the time. It's the Starlight yellow cake. I think I have put this on my blog, I believe. If I did, I'll leave it below because I've modified the recipe a couple times, but I'm just making this plain Jane yellow. I do have a little lemon zest from making the lemon curd yesterday that I'm gonna put in the cake. I don't know if it's good enough to make a difference or not, but I'm going to get these baked, let them cool, saran wrap them and put them in the fridge to decorate tomorrow. So I'm really excited to try this. My sister-in-law got this for me for my birthday last year, and I've only used it once. I need to get more of these. This is a silicone mat for cake pans. So this is my 8-inch cake pan. I am gonna grease it too. And then put that in there, and then this one, I'm gonna do a partial round. I don't wanna risk it. So I'm gonna do these two, grease them up, and try out my silicone mat for this one. So I cheated a little bit. I took Paul upstairs and I gave him those animated car toys, animated cars, the Pixar movie Cars. I gave it to him in a box because it was the easy way to just shoo him upstairs because baby girl over there fell asleep in the swing and I wanted her to sleep and she actually just woke up and it's been an hour. So I think we're going through like a sleep regression with her. Like yesterday, she basically just catnapped for about 20 minutes. I never really got a nap out of her. And the last 2 nights, she's been, I hate to say awful, you know, because they're going through stuff. She's been difficult to get down at night. Like nighttime used to be feed her, put her in her bassinet, walk away, see you in like an hour or two. And now it's like, she's fussy. I try to lay her down. She cries. I kind of try to settle her for a little bit. And if that doesn't work, I can't hold her because I am a milk source. I cannot just hold her. Matt can sit there and rock her and hold her. If I do that, she's just like literally like getting my shirt all wet trying to nurse. So I'll wait a little bit with her and then I'll switch on the other side. And usually that makes her fall asleep, but it's like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm sitting with her trying to get her down at night. But anyway, she's been a good girl today. She's swinging. So I'm going to change her. I'm going to feed her again. Paul's upstairs sleeping. He's been on nap strike. He has not napped the last 3 days in a row. I put this out. He drew on it a little bit. I'm debating whether to, I was going to make this a surprise and like put an envelope for Matt, but I think I was going to leave it out and let Paul color on it all weekend because that way we'll keep talking about what birthday is. He got excited when I wrapped presents and I was telling him, you know, you say happy birthday and understanding that it's not his birthday. There are going to be gifts that are not for him. But anyway, let me show you the progress of what I was baking. Cakes are done. Cakes are out of the pans. Also, these did not rise that much, so they might be fine. That one has some flour on it. Or my self-rising flour is old, which is possible. That doesn't matter. We're going to eat it anyway because it's just for us. And then here's my hamburger roll dough. You probably can't really see it through the bowl, but it's definitely rising and definitely more active. So I'm excited to see what these look like tomorrow. What are you doing, girlfriend? You're so happy. Are you awake? Say, let me out of here. We've been so excited to use this swing with her because Paul was not a swing kid whatsoever. So the only way I got him to sleep was laying on me, which is good and bad. But I know with Paul, I did not start having nap problems till 4 months. I used to be able to lay him down in his crib or the pack and play or whatever. And then 4 months, it just nap strike and it never ended. And I just gave up if you followed my journey with Paul and his naps. So she's just barely 4 months, so I don't know. We shall see how naps keep going. But right now, the swing keeps working as long as Paul is not around to mess with her. Yeah, you're such a happy girl. She literally is so happy all the time. She smiles. You are. Yeah. Mo, you're a happy boy too. Yes, you are. You're a happy boy. So good morning. It is the next day. I have showered. Paul is up with me. Okay, so real quickly, I was thinking more about that cake and it is not sitting with me, so I'm gonna remake it and I'm gonna use a recipe from a video I saw of Paul Hollywood from the Great British Bake Off where it's equal weights of the eggs weighed with the shells to equal weights of fat, butter, self-rising flour, and sugar, and that's it, 350, like 30 minutes. So we're gonna try that recipe because I need a new yellow cake recipe. I've been using that recipe that I did yesterday for so long, and the last few times it has not worked for me, and I have no idea what is going on. We're gonna try that today. The hamburger rolls I put in the fridge last night, they were all poofy, so we're going to shape those, let them rise, bake those for tonight. We're doing hamburgers tonight. I think we're gonna do cake and gifts tonight because it's Saturday. Matt's birthday technically is tomorrow, but the presents we got him, I think he'll wanna use tomorrow. We're gonna get our Saturday moment going, but I have to show you something kind of crazy. So clearly it rained last night. Look at this. In one night. Isn't that nuts? These look so much better than the hot dog rolls I made a couple of times ago. They're big, they're poofy. I could have been a little OCD and weighed them out, but I didn't. I just eyeballed it. I think that one's gonna be big. So this is the trickiest part with sourdough. How long do they rise? It's really just how they double in size. So what I do is I take a picture on my phone and then I just keep checking it to see from past to present if it looks like it's doubled. Those Paul Hollywood butter cakes are in the oven. They already look better than the ones that I made, so I don't know what the heck is going on. Matt slept in until about 10 this morning, so I don't know if we're gonna have time to go out. He's outside putzing around. Paul needs a lunch now. Sissy's about to lose her mind. But I'm done with the baked stuff, so I'm going to cover the rolls, let them double in size, then we're gonna bake them off. We're gonna have hamburgers tonight, and yeah, usual weekend chaos. So it's very loud in there. I snuck out here to tell you the hamburger rolls worked. I'm so excited. I can't wait to show them to you. So it was after I mixed the dough, I should have let it sit on the counter for 8 hours and I put it right in the fridge. That's where it went wrong. So we're gonna make this again. We haven't tested them to see if they taste good. So we're gonna make burgers with those. I'm gonna do the cake really fast. I think it's only 3:45. Paul is clearly up from his nap. Yeah. Paul wants to open presents. Let me show you these rolls. They look so good. You need to clean your face.
What's that, Mommy?
It's my camera. So it is now a Sunday afternoon. We went out this morning and just ran to Home Depot for a couple things, and now we're home. Paul's upstairs sleeping. Matt is outside playing. Tilly's over here trying not to lose her mind. I'm just trying to finish folding up her cloth diapers really fast. I'm very behind in laundry. But I just wanted to say that the hamburger rolls were absolutely delicious. They're a little on the firm side. I don't know if that's the sourdough in general or if I need to like add less flour or something. I'll have to keep playing with the recipe. I don't 100% like it, but like 90% like it. And the cake was also delicious, and I instantly want to start experimenting and trying to make a sourdough cake. I've seen a lot of recipes for sourdough chocolate cake, but not sourdough, just like vanilla cake, and I want to see if I can make one. So I think I'm going to start doing that in the near future. We've kind of just been chilling out, hanging out. But the rain did stop finally, like early this morning. We ended up getting 4 inches of rain total, which is nuts. And it's so funny because the last few years, Virginia has been getting drought, at least our area. So like the summers are awful. Like I don't even know how you do a garden because everything is just so dry all the time. And now it's like it flipped and everything's all wet. So it's like, I wonder if that's it used to be so big in the news a long time ago, and I feel like you don't hear about it anymore, but like the El Nino or El Nina, one of them is really wet, one of them is not. I can't remember what that had to do with. I was wondering if it was something like that. Like now it's turned to be a really wet summer. So anyway, I'm just gonna keep folding diapers. I got little girl over there. I got an hour till she feeds again, but she's kind of losing it, so I'm gonna wrap her probably in a second and just watch some TV, chillax. But I wanted to thank you so much for hanging out with me this weekend. I hope you found this interesting. If you did, give it a thumbs up so I know. Subscribe if you haven't, leave me any comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.